Hi, I'm Joe. I'm one of the founders here at Lineup Ninja, and I'm going to talk about how International Confex used ASP and Lineup Ninja to gather all the content for the show and publish it on the website. Okay, so here's the website, and you can see that they've got a conference section down here. And before the show, there was a link down here to the call for papers form, which was designed and built and published through Lineup Ninja. So here's the call for papers form. They've put a nice big banner at the top. And then below here, we've got the submission form that the speakers fill in. So it's got the usual things like speaker's name, email address, contact details, headshot, biography, company logo, usual kind of stuff. With Lineup Ninja, you can also ask the speakers for their availability to make sure that you don't accidentally schedule their session onto the wrong day. You can add multiple speakers. And then down here is where speakers can give their submission a title and give a brief synopsis and choose which track they want to apply for. They can save the form for later or submit them for review and so on. So then the event manager's view in Lineup Ninja, you've got the submission flows, which is where you design all your call for papers, and you can add branding and form designer and email templates, and you can manage your submissions in here as well. So this is it where you can see all those submissions that have been offered and manage them and take actions and so on in there. Once you've received all your submissions and you've decided which ones to accept, you can then create sessions for them. So you can see over here, these submissions have all got sessions, and they can all be scheduled onto the agenda in the agenda planning area of Lineup Ninja. Let me hide this. So here's the agenda planner for International Confex. We've got thumbnails for each day. Then we've got each column here is one of the stages, times running down the side, and these colored blocks are each session. And we can see that we've got a green stripe down the side of most of these, and that's telling us that everything's okay with that session. So the tracks are allowed to happen on that stage. The speakers have confirmed that they're available and so on. This one is amber, so there's some kind of warning about that. It's actually telling us, okay, so it's saying that the submission for this session is actually still in draft stage. So it's saying it isn't completely finished yet. But obviously the organisers have decided that they're happy with it. So once the Confex team were happy that they had even just a draft agenda, then they were able to publish it to ASP. And that's really straightforward. Basically go into publish agenda. So in here, you've got a few options. You can publish to a Lineup Ninja application, or you can push it to various other endpoints, including ASP. So to publish that, you basically just need to create an integration, and it will ask you for various bits of information, which you can get from your ASP account manager. So you'll need the API key, the secret, and the site ID. Seminar ID can be generated automatically. Once you've got those from your ASP account manager, you can just put those values in here, make some decisions about how you're going to present the information. So how do you want to filter your speakers and sessions, which ones do you want to include, and so on. Once you're happy with all of that, you can save your configuration, and now you can publish it by simply clicking on the publish button here. And that will send the data across to ASP. And in this case, Confex had created a conference program page here, and that's picked up all our data that we've published through Lineup Ninja. And in ASP, there are various different options for how you choose to style and present your agenda. So we've got things like the different tracks, which again are color-coded here, and the different days of the show. Scrolling down, we can see all of the different sessions which are happening in the different theaters, which correspond to the columns that we saw in Lineup Ninja. So that's a really quick overview of what you can do with ASP and Lineup Ninja and how International Confex used it this year. If you'd like to find out more, get in touch with us at lineup.ninja or ASP at asp.events.